Hi, I'm Katie Geiger, and this segment is about writing composition. Writing composition, you wonder? My child is only 4 or 5 years old. What are you talking about, writing composition? What we want children to know is that their thoughts, their ideas, the things that they say can be written down. Then they will know that print has a message. This is how you can start. With a very young child, you can invite them to be part of the writing that you do like this. You know, we have not written to Grandma for a while, and we just went to the zoo today. I'm pretty sure she's going to want to hear about that. What should we tell her? What were some of the animals that we saw at the zoo? You tell me and I'll write it down. Yep, that's right. We saw the bears. What else did we see? Oh, yes. We saw the monkeys. Remember when that one was swinging all around the vines and he jumped down and came right over and chittered at us? That was so cool. Let me write about that on here too. So you're having a conversation, you're having a dialogue, and some of that is being recorded. Then before you send it off to Grandma, you can read it together, see if there's anything else they want to add to that. And I don't care if you're doing it in paper and pencil. Of course, who does not love getting letters in the actual mail? Or if you are doing it on a keyboard and sending it by email. They are going to watch you either physically write or they're going to watch you use the keyboard, and they will see their words and their thoughts and their ideas be transformed into letters, into words, into sentences, and someone else that they care about is going to read that message. So first, you're just taking their dictation, any ideas they have, and you are writing them down. That's step number 1. Then you can move into writing books for them and about them. Some of the earliest books I ever did for my grandchildren were just to take their own items and take a picture of them. I took pictures of their toys. I took pictures of their high chair. I took pictures of their spoons and plates and cups. I took pictures of their beds. And then I just developed them, just printed them out, made adjustments for the size that I needed. Then I just glued them on and wrote 1 or 2 words to go with it. And oh, the fun we had. Every time we would look at these pictures and the words, they would jump up and go find them in their house. It looked something like this. Okay, I have the ball. Now I'm going to write down the words to go with it. The ball. And I'm writing the ball instead of my ball because when they have a whole book of things that are my, then sometimes other siblings don't really like that very much. And sometimes it kind of makes them look greedy. So I just write the word the. Then I just go to the local dollar store and buy a bunch of these little photograph books. The ball. The truck. The bear. The spoon. The grandma. The mom. The baby. They do not get tired of looking at things at which they are familiar. You can make book after book after book of this, and they will not get tired. They will wear them out. When you walk in the door, they'll run and get these books and want to read them with you because you made them for them. Composition. I only wrote 2 words on each page. I only illustrated by taking photographs, beginning writing composition. You can also just follow them around with the camera for one day and say, today we're going to write a book about everything that we do today. And just be taking those pictures, eating the cereal, getting dressed, going to the park, coloring, looking at books. You have all those photographs, you print them out, and then you just write the story. We ate cereal. We swang. We went down the slide. We played in the dirt. I played with my trucks. Just the simple things that they do in the course of a day. They will read it and read it and read it. I have written books with my grandchildren about things like the day the wasp came in, or books about the day my bear got left in the car. Anything is a good topic for children. But I've also found it really useful when kids are scared or worried about something to put those feelings in the book. So you're going to take their dictation. You're going to write books about them and for them, things that they can look at on their own. And then you're going to invite them to be a little bit more involved in the writing process, like this. So you know how to use the items, concrete items that they are used to. Then you can just staple a couple of pages together, and this is exactly what I did when I wrote the book about the wasp. Now, my illustrations by hand are no better than any 4- or 5-year-old's pictures, but they don't care. It's the story. And I invite them to help me tell that story so we can read it again and again and again. Sometimes it's really fun to make a teeny tiny book like this. Just have some paper. I'm going to cut it even smaller so it's only about this size. Staple it together. And this one is just called The Tools. Just a teeny tiny book. The hammer, the saw, the tape. Just imagine if you went around your house and did the same thing for all the toys in their room, for all the things in the living room, all the gadgets you have in the kitchen, things that they see all the time. You make these books, you read it together with them, and then get out of the way, because they are going to pick these books up over and over and over again. You are connecting reading with writing, and this writing is really important to them because it's about them. So, you have dictation, you have using your camera or drawing pictures to make books for them that have 1 or 2 words, teeny tiny books, just books about things that happen in the course of a day. When I teach kindergarten, I always make a point of making a book like this with any child whose pet has died. Sometimes they want to call the book the sad book. Sometimes I take their dictation, sometimes depending on their ability level, I help them to write the books on their own and I just fill in the blanks for them. These books are so important to them, and I've had parents tell me how they keep them forever and ever. The beginning parts of writing composition. Now, if you're going to do this, then you have to refer to yourself as an author. Refer to your child as an author. Written by Grandma. Written by Claire. Written by Jacob. I do that in kindergarten all the time with children. They draw the pictures, they think of the title, and then they are the author. And they are the illustrator. Refer to yourself as the illustrator, refer to them as illustrators as soon as they start helping in any way, shape, or form with the pictures. So what's going to happen? You're going to write these little books, you're going to take these pictures, make them into books for children, for your child. You're going to see them going to these books all the time. You're going to see them learning how to turn pages by themselves. You're going to hear them start to read the book. They might not use the same words you have written down, but they're going to be talking about what they see in these pictures. You are going to instill confidence for them. You are going to be motivating them to read and write. You're going to be having fun with them. And you and your child are going to be members of that club. You will be members of the writing club. You will be authors and illustrators. And you will have a head start on all the work that they do in kindergarten. Oh my goodness, what a good time you're going to have. It is worth the time that it takes.